Rista in ditt namn på mig, för jag vill veta vad du heter. Ta mig where the lion sleeps tonight. Du får göra vad du vill, får göra allt och lite till. Du får göra vad du vill med mig ikväll.
Cuba, the arbitrary detention, the freedom of the press, and the detentions are common every day in Cuba. The human rights defenders are under strong pressure from the secret police, their families, and the last year was one of the more repressive years in a long time. The system has been changing the strategy, of course. They know that they are not facing the same war that they were facing at the beginning of 2000. Now there is a new reality. The two leaders of the revolution, Fidel Castro and Raúl Castro, are old. They know that they don't have too much time in front, and they want to guarantee to their families and to their allies the future of the power. Then we are facing a big challenge, not only Cubans now. We are facing a big challenge because this system know how to expand their influence, and we have been watching in the last time what is happening in Venezuela with the Chavistas in power, which is the repercussion that have the expansion of this concept of totalitarianism in the region. And then I think that we need to fight not only to get a democratic system and a rule of law in Cuba, we need to fight also to find in the region, in a stable region, a region that respects the fundamental rights, and well, this is our job. Thank you.
John, thank you for the kind introduction. I'd like to thank Civil Rights Defenders for this wonderful conference. It's been a tremendous learning experience. It's also a true honor to be part of this panel together with these extraordinary colleagues. I deal with North Korea on a daily basis. This is an extraordinarily difficult context. A quarter century after the collapse of communism in the former Eastern European communist countries, North Korea continues to be a post-communist, kleptocratic, dynastic regime whose first and foremost strategic goal is its own preservation.
We would like to believe that it's an opening for a change also in that country, but what is the case really?
Well, I was listening what she is explaining, and we have a similar situation in relation with the military. Right now, the Cuban regime is selling the idea that they are making transformations and they are going to democratize the system. Raúl Castro is trying to sell himself as a reformer. But what is happening really is that the military elite is taking care of all of the principal businesses, the companies. The main aspect of the economy are in the hand of this military elite. Not only that, the family of this military are taking position in the National Assembly. The daughter of Raúl Castro, the son of Raúl Castro is taking care of the secret police and the department that take care of the intelligence in the country. And then, as you see, it's more or less exactly the same concept. They are using the same rules to take care, and in some case to show that they are going to become a democratic system, and in the other case, like in Venezuela, to get from inside and destroy the democracy. Then I think that the pattern is similar, and in some way it is important to be, I think this is the most important things in this kind of meeting, that we can compare and we can see the behavior is exactly the same. For example, I'm going to mention something. They say that they are open for new businesses. When you see the kind of income tax that they are implementing, the new businesses need to pay, after $2,000 per year, 50% of the income. Then you say, who can grow? Which kind of business can really grow? with 50% after $2,000 per year. This is a joke. However, now they changed the foreign investment law, and they are going to allow to the foreign people to don't pay during the first 10 years any tax. It's clear which is the logic of all of this supposed transformation that they are to control the civil society. Before, for example, at the beginning of the century, 2000, they used to take the dissident and to put in jail for a long period. Right now, they realize that this is not a good technique, because get the repudiation for many international organizations, and then, in fact, you can show exactly, the trials and all the violations in the law. Now, what they are doing, they are taking for short times, sometimes hours, sometimes days. Then they don't open absolutely any case. You don't have any paper signed by you. Then all of these things doesn't appear legally. Of course, the defenders of the activists and the dissidents are reporting all of this information, and the last time we can report it for different human rights organizations, all the detention during the last year, the rating was really, really high.
And what is the effect on human rights defenders and their work with all these arrests?
Always we are receiving threatening to our families. Sometimes we have something that they call repudiation act. In fact, in the last December, we were organizing a meeting related with the human rights, and they decide to don't allow us to celebrate that meetings. They put a big apparatus of policials around the house. They start to arrest everybody. But what they did now, they put kids in front of my house in order to cover the operation. And then kids were dancing, were singing, and we were lucky that we could record everything. We make a documentary with that information. You can see in YouTube, the name is Gusano. And you see all the logic that they use to cover the act that they commit against the activists. It's incredible. They have been doing this for several years, and in general, you don't see any report of this way to move against the civil society, using kids, and you don't see any international organization making a repudiation to the Cuban government. We need to be confident, and we need to be optimistic in this kind of job, because we don't have another option. If no, for sure, we are not going to succeed. And I think also that right now we have many resources that we didn't have before. We have internet, we have the way to make connection, we have the way to see each other and to understand which are the main points that we need to change. And in order of that, I think that we are in a really better shape. Then I want to encourage all of you and push hard, and also I am completely sure that we, the Cubans, could invite you for some events. I don't know, I hope in the short future to celebrate the human rights in Havana or in another province, and to enjoy a concert and enjoy the wonderful Cuban music, and for sure we are going to be there soon. Thank you.
Well, after addressing North Korea, the true heart of darkness, I do have to end on an optimistic note, because to us, being in this line of work means that we also need to remember how to be optimistic. No tyranny lasts forever, and neither will the tyranny of North Korea. Eventually, it will be information and new technologies that will enable the people of North Korea to make the right decisions and move beyond this very dark stage in their history. And we already have indication that more information is penetrating North Korea's information firewall. More people are listening to foreign radio. More people have access to USBs, DVDs, DVD-ROMs available on North Korea's black markets, while the country continues to be the world's most oppressive regime. One question that you might want to ask is, how can we help? The answer to that question is in any way you can, and this is also my opportunity to engage in a shameless act of self-promotion. Please do look us up, the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, hrnk.org. The hashtag is HRNKUS. Please do befriend us on social media, Facebook, Twitter. Do like us. We will reciprocate, I promise. We must stand together. We must act together. You are all extraordinarily busy, extraordinarily dedicated, dealing with extraordinarily difficult issues, and at the same time, we need your help. We need to stand united, and I'm confident that someday, sooner rather than later, we will be having this conference in Pyongyang, North Korea, hopefully. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to...
Rista in ditt namn på mig, för jag vill veta vad du heter. Ta mig where the lion sleeps tonight. Du får göra vad du vill, får göra allt och lite till. Du får göra vad du vill med mig ikväll. Dra mig över grusgången, för jag vill känna att jag lever. Dra mig genom staden hem till dig. Kyss mig över bröstkorgen, för jag vill känna att jag lever. Andas djupt i mig tills jag är din. Du får göra vad du vill, får göra allt och lite till. Du får göra vad du vill med mig ikväll. Du får göra vad du vill med mig ikväll. Du får göra vad du vill med mig ikväll.
Johannes, Rasmus, my name is Thomas Wilson. Thank you for having me. Good morning.